Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? I'm back, and so are the boys. The boys are back, Alex and Lucas, and we're here to show you some funky takedown stuff. Let me tell you guys about my my Facebook experience today. I had just left MySpace. I came into Facebook, and what did I see? I saw I'm in this group, and there was a video dropped. Shout out to my buddy in New Jersey, Vlad Kulikov. He's an amazing instructor. I've actually featured him here on this channel before. I'm sure you guys know Vlad. If you don't, go check him out. He did a what's it called? A voiceover translation of I believe his name is Ivan Vasilchuk, something like that. I hope I didn't mess his name up, but he's a great Sambo guy. I've seen his videos before, and Vlad does a lot of the translations to translate it to English so you guys can learn from this Sambo master. Well, he did a video on a takedown that's like not seen in judo. I believe it was something like a rolling oguruma. Again, something like this. We don't have a gi, but something like here and here, and then instead of uchimata, this leg kind of comes across. As it comes across, you basically kind of do like a rolling knee bar. Instead of grabbing his rash guard, I'm just going to kind of grab the head, and then he kind of jumps into a forward roll and takes the guy through in this position. And then again, if you guys want to go to knee bars, you got your knee bar, and then you can also just come up on top. There's a million ways you guys can transition. So, can that move be done in no-gi? Somebody in the group mentioned it and said, can we do this in no-gi? Here, Alex, let me use you real quick. Back in the day, when Coach Brian used to wrestle, I used to do a lot of these funky moves. I was already starting my jiu-jitsu. I learned this one first. I'm gonna show it to you. It's a modified scissor takedown, or kani basami. So this is the way we do it in wrestling. We actually do it the judo way, that is illegal as well, but in freestyle. But in folk style, you are not allowed. We do not allow in folk style wrestling, when a guy is here, to jump this leg behind. I cannot do what in wrestling is called a cutback. I cannot do this and cut and sweep him out. Now, some people will argue that if your hand touches the mat first, that makes it legal. Not really. You cannot cut out the leg with your leg. Now, one of the caveats I'll give is, let's say I was in a wrestling scramble and I'm already on the mat, then I could probably do this and trip him. But anytime a referee sees you jump at all, so even if you're on your hand, a referee should call illegal. Even if he pulls it up, it's the same. If I post and I jump from here, it's illegal by application. This is the way I understand the rule. If you're a referee out there and you want to correct me in the comment section. But as I understand the application of the rules, folk style wrestling is not like that. Freestyle does. And freestyle likes having leg. But in folk style, when the leg is between, check this one out. My foot is between, we're normally hopping right here, and I have a whizzer. And when I have a whizzer, I'm like pushing on the head, I'm fighting hands. And as we're here, once we find ourselves a little bit parallel, where I'm not in front of him, I'm a little bit parallel, I'm fighting here, I'm gonna do the same move, but with my hand. This is the legal way to do it in folk style wrestling, which you guys can use in jiu-jitsu as well. I reach back behind the knee, see that? My hand goes right behind the knee, I straighten out the leg, and I sit, putting weight on his hip, which trips him back that way. Now, look what I have. There's beautiful options for a knee bar in jiu-jitsu. If this was a wrestling match and I tripped him, he's gonna be worried about getting off his back right now. I keep this leg so he can't turn into me. See, it's not gonna be really hard to turn into me. Most guys will start back bridging and turning away. Immediately, what I wanna do is I wanna try to connect my hands. If I can connect my hands, I've got a pretty good hold and a possible pin. If I can't pin him and he's fighting to get out, see that arm, he's breaking it free? Try to get that arm out. See, I'm keeping the arm as much as I can. I'm gonna try to grab that for what's called a ball and chain, keeping the grip. I'm gonna release and post, sit my hip up on top of him, pulling his leg towards his head, and we're gonna catch a nice cradle. And then we can cradle him right here for wrestling. Jiu-jitsu guys out there all around the world right now are going, what the hell is that? Anyway, don't worry about it. You can use it as a takedown, go to a knee bar, or get on top. That's a cutback or a modified Kane Basami scissor takedown using your hand instead of your leg. Legal in folk style, legal for all the sports. Obviously not judo, because they don't like that leg stuff. Okay, one more time. He goes single leg. I'm trying to sprawl, but he's picking up. Remember, it's got to be in the middle. Okay, it's got to be in the middle. But when it's in the middle, I have a trip on that other leg. And it also makes it hard for him to step off. Sometimes he wants to step off because he wants to pick, go ahead, get the heel. He wants to do that. So when you're here, you want to hook that foot, you want to hook that leg, try to step off of that. See how I'm making it tough? And now I'm hooking, I'm sitting, and I take him down. He tries to move. And again, if this was a jiu-jitsu match, I'll lock him right up into the honey hole, control the leg, and bam, we're ending the wrestler's career. That was a joke. All right. So then what would I do? Because guys are going to build it up. That's where we get that no-gi application of this move. I don't even know the language, the movement, or the naming. Rolling Oguruma, I think, is what it had on his video. This would be that no-gi application that I used to use quite a bit. And I want to say this, I do this with timing. Timing is really important. When my leg's between and I'm fighting the guy like this, it's the moment I make my leg heavy. He reaches down to pull it up. When he does and he pulls it up, I give it to him and I can hook. I hook under his leg and I hook right here on his lat, and I'm not letting him posture. So he has base. I'm already pulling him forward. I'm gonna drop and take him through. And I got a very similar takedown right into the cradle. And that's what I used to like to hit. You can hit with either leg. So if a guy grabs single leg, I could be in this position fighting him. He pulls it up. I theoretically could go for this leg and catch it across this way, or I could catch it on this one. So really, I would just go with the flow. If you end up in a scramble in a wrestling match, I was showing my boys, you gotta know some jiu-jitsu. You gotta have some X-guard skills. So if a guy does kind of flatten you out, and I'm here, the guy tries to pull the leg up, and I come into these positions, I want to try to knock him over, but if he's coming up on top of me, I got to be able to use legs. So we try to come up. See how I'm pushing that leg away, I'm pushing him away, controlling his body, so I can create the top position. These are scrambles. If I end up grabbing the other leg, he pulls it up, okay? And this time, when I go, I'm gonna catch on this one. And he sprawls and he bases. You see, as he's coming, I'm pushing him away. See as I keep going? So I'm pushing, and I'm controlling, and I'm sweeping, and now I can come up. This comes through jiu-jitsu training. Wrestlers rarely ever get this kind of skill. Sorry, wrestlers, I love you. You guys, it's funky, it's dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. I had a kid wrestle at the CIF championships in California in the finals as a freshman, wrestling one of the top 3 guys in the nation. We were beating him. You guys keep practicing. We were beating him. Sadly, I don't know why my kid tried it. He tried this move and it failed and it got him pinned. He was probably gonna lose anyway because I think the guy had just gained the lead. But so he decided he wanted to do something crazy because the guy, he was coming for us, but it's all right. We'll get him next time. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you do crazy stuff and it leads towards horrible outcomes. But remember, it's how much practice did you put into it? A lot of people don't like to practice crazy things because when they do crazy things, their coach tells them, hey, don't do that. You're gonna go to your back. You're gonna like give it up. You're gonna give up the take. You wanna lose a match? You know, guys, you're never gonna win that way. You gotta try stuff. It's practice, who cares? Pull triggers. I always say, pull triggers, pull triggers. You miss, you pull another trigger. You figure it out. Maybe it's not your move. Maybe it is. The only way to find out is if you try. You gotta practice stuff. I have no clue. For all I know, both of them are gonna get pinned this year because of this video right here. Thanks, guys. But maybe it's gonna get them out of a sticky situation there. Maybe it'll help them. I've definitely seen good wrestlers make this work. So anyway, let's see a few more. We're gonna wrap this up. Just like we're wrapping the guy up on the takedown. Guy shoots a single leg. He's trying to fight to pull it up to the waist. Go, go, go. Ooh, good. Be careful, don't injure your partners. This one is relatively safer than the Kani Basami though. Because Kani Basami blows guys' knees out a lot more. But either way, you never know. That could get kind of hurt. Again, good. Nice, try grabbing the other leg. Some of you guys may not even be interested in this move. Yeah, grab the near leg underneath. Yeah, go, go. Yes. See that? Oh, you wanted to cradle him all around his body. Just get his neck. Let's go, Luke. Get that near leg. Yep, that's it. That's the one I like. I like that a lot more. Sliding underneath. Some guys slide right underneath and they just create a scramble position. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like a funk roll. Some guys just drop under, hook the leg. Don't even try to roll them. Just let the wizard go, let the lat go, and just dive. Don't even hold on to that. Just dive under and hook that leg and then create a funk roll. See that? And then you just drag it over and you create a funk roll scramble. See, some guys, wrestlers will do that. They'll just dive for legs.
I've seen that before, yeah.
So again, there's so much variation, but you're never gonna learn this stuff if you don't practice it. You've gotta be aware. And then there's also learning that's going on from a defensive point of view. If you guys do this to each other a lot, you try it out in live training and practice, you're gonna be that much more aware of like reacting. You know, if a guy does this to you, just react. Hit a quick sprawl and don't let him have it. Sprawl. When he goes, sprawl, 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 sprawl. Stay on top, stay on top. Oh, the bigger man, use the muscles. Let's see if it works the other way though. This time he's gonna sprawl on you, Luke. When he feels you go, just don't get hurt. Sprawl, 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 sprawl. See? But now Luke becomes a scrambling maniac. Scramble. That's it. I like it. I like it. We're getting some funk wrestling going. All right, guys. This is the kind of stuff that gave Ben Askren his funky nickname. You guys enjoy it? Did you have fun?
I liked it.
Do you want to do a little flex off?
No.
Okay. Anyway.
All
right, guys. Teach me grappling. Comment down below if you think that Alex should give us a flex off at the next video. All right. We got to get a lot of likes. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time with more great stuff.